Hello all you truckers. So we're going to take a look at this model here. It's a GMC, obviously, and it's the Desert Fox package. I found this old advertisement. From all I can decipher is it's really just a graphic package and wheels. This advertisement says nothing about performance benefits, but I think it's still a cool looking model, so let's take a look here. Let me get this open here. I gotta move the camera. Let's see. That's kind of a waste of space. You would think that they would promote some of their other products, but apparently they don't care. I do feel that this packaging that M2 does on these crystal cases is kind of unnecessary. Like all this plastic that's just going to get thrown away is wasteful. More importantly, it's just that so much plastic ends up in our bodies. I can pretty much assume all of us have plastic in our organs already. San Diego State University tested 47 human organs and all of them came back with plastic in them. So everything we throw in the trash ends up in our bodies. Like, I don't know why that's such a difficult concept for people to not realize, and yet people still will make stuff like this. I also feel like this model doesn't even deserve to have a crystal case. There's no like antennas, or there aren't even mirrors, right? I guess you have this thing, but it's so close to the body, I just don't see it being a problem. So I just don't know why it needs to have this whole crystal case. It's a waste of money and it's a waste of plastic. Alright, let me get this off here. I saw this particular model on Diecast's channel. He's in my subscriptions if you want to check it out. He's always buying like entire cases of stuff, so if you want an idea about what's coming up or what's been recently released, he's one of the go-to channels, I think. Alright, well, spacer. Oh, I see. There's even more spacers here. I guess that's what they needed to do to make it ship properly, which is fine. But I don't want that in my display, so those are gone. So again, it just all leads to waste. I would be perfectly happy if it came and say that on a short card. That would work for me. Alright. So as compared to these photographs here, I think this is a cool looking truck. You just don't see many brown liveries. Okay, that looks good. I guess the lights were also part of the package on the roll bar there. Yeah, even the wheels, although this wheel's messed up, the front wheel's messed up. Okay, that looks alright. Yeah, so those taillights, though, are a bit weird. They should have probably painted the whole thing. Right? Okay, well, that's enough time for you to pause and compare to the photographs, so let's take a look at this model here. Alright. So, graphically, are they laid on well? Let's see. I would say at least on this side it's laid on okay. There's no like streaking or overrun or anything like that. Desert Fox is legible. Sierra Grand is legible. The door handle here is sticking out, painted silver. What is this thing? So I think it's like a chrome accent on the real truck, and then there's a badge there. Although I can't read that badge. I assume that's supposed to say GMC, but let's get in further. I'm at 4 times magnification. I don't know. I don't know what that black box is supposed to say. And then what's it say? I think 15 above it. Okay. Not bad. No complaints. The tires do look good. They're very modern off-road tires, but I'm okay with it. And then what does it say? Geolander? I think Goodyear Geolanders. And then on this side the wheels look great. I mean, I like that they're color matched. You got the little, I think there's some sort of bumps there, maybe to represent some bolts. No, I guess those are just contaminants, or maybe not. I mean, is that supposed to be like a screw? That little bump there? What about on the back? Yeah, alright, so there are bolts, but... So that's good, I guess. I just don't feel like they're concentric. Like, they're actually not spaced properly. See how this bolt is actually crossing over the edge of this circle? But then these bolts are inside the circle. So that must mean either the mold itself was not designed properly. That's really the only thing I can think of. I mean, it's just weird to have these two bolts sticking past the edge where the other ones are inside the edge, right? Very odd. Alright, the front end looks great. You got the plastic headlights peeping through this very thin brush guard here. It's not really horizontal, but it's alright. The chrome bumper is very reflective. It's got little rivet marks there. The grille has a texture painted black and yet also silver on these certain areas, so that's very nice. Okay. This graphic carries across very well. It's lining up with the side panels. Little grooves there. Looks good. Alright. Oh, look at that. It's actually bending the windshield. So that's not designed well. So be mindful of that. You can get it up, but just make sure you push the windshield back or you'll actually break the windshield. But this might be the best opening hood I've ever seen. That's got to be like 45 degrees right there, so that's very good. That's very realistic. Unfortunately, this is such a pitiful engine that it's not worth looking at. Look how shallow it is. Alright, there's nothing, there's a circle there and there. There's like no details. It's just silly, I think. M2, you guys should just skip this and just make the truck look nice on the outside, because the inside is not worth looking at. And obviously it can cause bigger problems like breaking the windshield. Alright, speaking of that windshield, it looks like it's got silver paint around it on the casting. Alright, on this side, yeah, no problems. Graphics look good again. And now I'm noticing the graphic has these reflectors there. Now what's messing me up is this wheel here. Look at this. What is going on? Oh, thank goodness. Alright. So that's nice. So, yeah, tires, wheels, printing, all that stuff on the tires looks alright. There's a little extra flash on this, but I think, well, obviously the pick, I think, just got rid of it, so no problem there. This interior, kind of, it's just raw plastic. It's better than a Hot Wheels, but it's worse than most other premiums, I think. Mainly because it's, you know, translucent. You can see the light shining through it, so it gives it a, it doesn't look very realistic, you know. If it was painted brown, maybe it wouldn't look so see-through. Alrighty, well, let's see, going around to the back, as we saw, you know, this whole face should be red plastic on the real truck, so it would have been nice to just paint all that red and maybe the back black, but they just went with the recess there. This is printed nicely. It's nice to know this is 1976. You got some bumps on the chrome bumper. You know, the bumpers are separate pieces, so very realistic. I like it. The bed's very shallow, and by design I think it's because they have those ones where they're lowrider trucks. And so, well, it's okay. I don't really mind having a shallow bed. The roll bar here is okay. It's kind of thick plastic, but it looks like the real truck. Well, this one's a little thick. This looks proportional to the photograph a little bit better. Some silver lights here. Yeah, okay, so it seems alright. Okay. Not that the bottom matters much, but there is a lot of detail. You know, got the leaf springs and the drive shafts and all that stuff. The four-wheel drive system. the tire treads on the bottom look fantastic. And I do like that, you know, we have the year of the truck. It's kind of generic label, but we at least know it's a 76 GMC, right? So that's good. We know who made it right there, M2. And we know roughly when this was put out. So that's great. And it's also screwed together, which is another thing I like about this brand. So if there are any QC problems, you have a good chance of fixing them. So all in all, I think I lucked out. There's no major QC problems. I know a lot of other people complain about QC with this brand, but I've been lucky. But that's also because I probably have 3 of these. But yeah, that's such an eyesore. The sides are good though. The side gaps are good. Just those. It has to be that way so it can clear the windscreen. Let us compare it to a couple other vehicles here. Get the spin thing out. Let's go with the sandy texture today because it's a Desert Fox. This is just sandpaper, guys. It's not like I'm a professional model maker, I guess. So it's just spray mounted onto an acrylic disc I got off of AliExpress. You can buy that stuff. Alright, rambling on. Let's see, green light. There you have this Ford Bronco. Another raised truck. But really, I guess the Fall Guy truck from Greenlight is highly elevated, so that's very comparable, I would say. The lift kit. Right. I think all 3 of them are pretty nice, for considering their price. A lot of detail. Let's go import. This is a Land Cruiser, and it's by Keng Fai. Kengfai. Commenters have told me that this is a Middle Eastern version of the Land Cruiser because it has that chrome emblem on the hood, which you usually don't see on Land Cruisers. But this Keng Fai Land Cruiser is the best SUV right now that I've seen in 1/64 scale. It literally has coil springs for suspension. There's a review on all these trucks, so you can look that up later. The last one I'm going to pull out is a Greenlight Bigfoot. It's the blue chrome edition, and now you can see it's a bit dwarfed by Bigfoot, of course. So to wrap up this video, I would have to say this is actually a pretty good one that M2 put out. They did a great job with the graphic printing. The only shortcomings are the lack of side mirrors is the biggest one. It just looks weird. I think if they stopped making people waste money on those plastic cases and also the hood that shows a pretty pitiful engine, they would have the budget to put some mirrors on, maybe some plastic taillights, and then M2 could be as good as Kyosho. So that would be great, but this is a reason why I have very few M2 machines. So it might be a while until I get another video with this brand, but for today, I think they did a good job. You might want to pick this one up. Just remember, if you're going to go into the desert, you better bring a lot of water. Alright, bye.